Hello everyone, my name is Hằng. Today I'm so happy to be here today to share with you about the topic Q&A Day of the Dead. Okay, so now let's start.
Fear in the cemetery was like a party. Was the atmosphere very sad?
No, the atmosphere was like a party.
No, the atmosphere was not sad. The atmosphere was like a party. The atmosphere was very happy. Was the atmosphere sad or happy?
The atmosphere was like a party. The atmosphere not sad.
Atmosphere was happy. The atmosphere was like a party. What was like a party?
The atmosphere like a party.
The atmosphere in the cemetery was like a party. Where was the atmosphere like a party?
The cemetery. In the cemetery, the atmosphere like a party.
In the cemetery, right? The cemetery. The atmosphere was like a party in the cemetery. Was the atmosphere like a party at my house?
No. In the cemetery, the atmosphere like a party.
No, not at my house. The atmosphere was like a party in the cemetery. The atmosphere was not like a party in my house. So the atmosphere was like a party. There were people everywhere. Families were sitting around the graves of their dead ancestors. Where were the families sitting?
Many families sitting around in graves.
Around the graves, right? They were sitting around the graves. Who was sitting around the graves?
The family sitting around in graves.
The families, right? The families were sitting around the graves. Were they sitting around the trees?
No. The family sitting around in graves.
No, they weren't sitting around the trees. They were sitting around the graves. So, where were they sitting?
They sitting around in graves.
Around the graves. Families were sitting around the graves of their dead ancestors. Were they sitting around the graves of their dead ancestors?
Yes. Families sitting around in graves their ancestors.
Yes, they were sitting around the graves of their dead ancestors. Were they sitting around the graves of their friends?
No. Family sitting around in grave, their cemetery.
No, not really. They were sitting around the graves of their dead ancestors. Who was sitting around the graves?
The family.
That's right. Families were sitting around the graves. Whose graves were they sitting around?
The family. That's all by my sharing. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.